All right, here it is. We are expecting a big winter storm that arrives technically starting tomorrow. We could see the first round of showers arriving, but depending on where you are, you may not get so much. We will expect the bigger storm system right behind this low to arrive late Sunday night into Monday as well as Tuesday, bringing heavy rain, snow showers to the Sierra, as well as scattered showers to the valley for at least 2 solid days. So here's what we're looking at. We are going to start seeing clouds increasing in the overnight hours. That'll start bringing us a blanket of cloud coverage, not making the early mornings as chilly as they have been the last 2 days. We did see some of those morning lows as low as 35 degrees in Sacramento, as we did see that frost advisory in effect until Friday morning. Now what we're looking at is a winter storm warning. This takes effect Sunday night, lasting until 9 a.m. on Wednesday. The big impacts here and what you really need to know is that we are going to see widespread snowfall that could be as low as about 3,500 to 4,000 feet, where we'll see accumulating snow. Now, we could see some snow dusting as low as about 2,500 feet, but we're not going to see major accumulations in those areas. The bigger impacts, though, it could bring in 1 to 4 feet of snowfall, and that'll be 4 feet at those peaks up there. But wind gusts are also going to come along with the system. That's going to cause a lot of blowing snow, reducing visibility, creating those whiteout conditions for us. So travel really is just not advised. If you do not need to head over the Sierra, just don't do so. We could also even see road closures due to some of that blowing snow, those whiteout conditions. So you want to keep that in mind as well. And if you are going to find the time to head through there, maybe while it's calmed down from those winds, you're still going to need to require carrying those chains as well as having some of those tires in regulation. Let's talk about the morning hours. As we get into Saturday morning, we could see some areas of fog, and that'll be right just in the West Sacramento area toward Davis, as well as along I-5 up even toward just west of Marysville there. Now, if you're headed on 80 here near Vacaville, you're going to see limited visibility down about 4 miles, so not too bad out there. Of course, Bay Area a little worse than us usually, but everything else is going to be 8 to 10 miles in visibility. Pretty good. Just some small patchy areas of fog on Saturday morning. This begins to clear out, and we're just expecting to see more rain on the way as we continue on through the weekend. A lot of cloud coverage. Now, I want to talk about some of the winds. They're really going to arrive on Sunday. This is the big day. The big front starts moving in. As we get into about 11:30 a.m., you already notice some of the winds picking up for a lot of the valley spots, kind of at a diagonal motion there. That's where we see the front approaching our area, and we are looking at about 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. They really start to pick up for the higher elevations of the Sierra. We're talking 15, 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Meanwhile, the gusts could get as high as about 50 to 60 miles per hour. And again, that could create that blowing snow we're talking about as soon as it starts to fall. Now, we do anticipate a lot of that snow coming in, but again, the bulk of the storm system late Sunday night. We are going to see more of those strong winds again late Sunday night when it really starts ramping up and approaching us with that heavy rain, those downpours, as well as Sierra snow. We could see sustained winds as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour. Now, here's where we're going to track and time this all out for you. Saturday, 2 p.m. This is where we get a little bit of that rain starting to move in, especially for the foothill spots. Meanwhile, into the Sacramento area, you're seeing just some spotty scattered showers. So you may get some, you may not on Saturday. We're just going to warn you that it may come. So make sure you have maybe a sweatshirt or a hoodie or an umbrella ready and handy for you. Coastal range spots also seeing some of that. As we move into about 2 to 3 o'clock, it continues to kind of just move through. After that, we start getting into early Sunday morning, some lingering scattered showers, otherwise just mostly cloudy skies. And if you have errands, you need to get stuff done on Sunday, I recommend doing it after lunchtime. We will actually see even some clearing skies, partly sunny skies as we get to about 4:30 p.m. You got a nice little period here of maybe about 5-6 hours from maybe about 10-11 a.m. till about 5 p.m. before we start to see the line of showers re-arriving here. And this is that big system we're talking about, a solid line of downpours as we start to see it moving from Chico, Yuba City, all the way down into Fairfield, San Francisco. And again, that's that diagonal line we're talking about, the same line that was bringing in those wind gusts in the same direction. We're going to see it moving its way toward the southeast, and along with it comes that snow. First coming in at that kind of purple shade here, and then it turns white. That's when we know, hey, these are solid snow showers instead of that mix of snow trying to become solid. So we'll continue pushing it through here. Monday, 4 a.m., more of the snow coming, but notice the lower elevation here is the line here, and that pink is that mix of snow and rain. that elevation drops down to about 3,500 to 4,000 feet. You're even seeing some areas maybe just east of Placerville there with a little bit of snow falling, heavy rain and downpours early Monday morning. Make sure you are prepared, taking it nice, slow and easy, and giving yourself that extra time to get to work in the morning. We'll continue to see more scattered showers. Even by Monday afternoon, you may even get a peak of sunshine here and there. And you're saying, well, is it over? It is not over. We're going to see that solid rain pass and then get scattered showers by the afternoon. But at times, notice that yellow. That's going to be a quick downpour, very brief but heavy rain in a moment's notice right around lunchtime. That begins to continue pushing toward the east by the afternoon, and we'll continue with those scattered snow showers and rain showers through the afternoon. Now let's focus on Tuesday, another big rain event day. We're going to get that rain as well as that snowfall for the Sierra and most of California included in that, all the way down to Southern California with rain along the coastline. Now, as that begins to shift toward the east, it's Wednesday morning. We finally start seeing a little bit of breaks happening here. 6:30 a.m. We may get a little bit of cloud coverage, but otherwise we anticipate some sunshine later on for that Wednesday. It's really the Sierra that's going to continue to see some of those snow showers. Now, we're still tracking the next system after that. What you really need to know is at this point in time, the models are still trying to figure out whether or not the storm will continue to stay further north and just remain that way, or if it could drag a long cold front along with it and bring us some rain. Right now, it's saying no rain for the following weekend, but we're just going to have to wait and see for that. All right, as that begins to pass through, we are going to see those snow levels, like I mentioned, as low as about 3,500 feet for accumulating snow. Again, that could mean as much as 6 inches to about a foot of snow, around 4,000 feet. But a lot of our highways, as well as those roadways, interstates, all going to be impacted. US 50 expecting to see it get pretty low, as well as 80. And the pink shade there, that's where we're going to start to see snow as much as 4 feet possible. And when I say that, it's not in one day. This is accumulating over the period of about 3.5, almost 4 days worth of snowfall. So just remember that. We all know we're tracking the voting on Tuesday and all the election coverage that's going to happen for us on Tuesday, as well as all of this snow. So if you needed to get out there, get to the voting polls and cast your ballots there, you may want to do it this weekend ahead of the snowfall to make sure you can get there. We have heard that a lot of those voting and poll centers will have generators, so they will be open. But whether or not you can get there because of the snow may be a bigger issue for you. But just notice here how much snow starts coming in, especially at those peaks there near US 50. You're seeing as much as about 4 feet of snowfall. All right, when we talk about travel and driving hazards, you don't want to be doing it with those near whiteout conditions. You're going to see those travel delays as well as possible road closures. You will need chains, and you're going to make sure you travel, as well as if you're going to travel, just really highly discouraged. You just avoid it really if you can, because this is going to be a lot of snow in a short amount of time. And if you don't have to head over, why not? Stay warm. All right, rain total wise, everyone's wondering what's happening in the valley. Well, we are looking at quite a bit of rain accumulating as well. So as we start getting through Tuesday night, it should be kind of the end of the whole system, because by Wednesday morning, most of that is gone for the valley. We're looking at anywhere from maybe 1 inch to 1.25 inches in the Sacramento area, to as much as maybe 2 inches closer toward areas like Grass Valley. That red zone there, just there east of Placerville, could see anywhere from 2.5 inches of rainfall before it starts turning to snowfall. We know right around 3,500 feet. Now that means snow preps as well as rain preps for you in the valley. Means leaves are all over the place right now. It's going to make it a lot slipperier, I should say, for you. But wipers, you want to make sure those are checked and ready, because it's wintertime. We're approaching wintertime now. So that's something you want to take care of early, as well as checking your tires. And if you, again, are headed up toward the mountains, unfortunately, you will need some of those chains, so make sure you have them with you. Okay, let's talk temperatures. If you're rolling into your Saturday, we're actually getting a little warmer in the overnight hours because of the cloud coverage rolling in. That'll bring us to those mid 40s in Jackson to low 40s in Sonora, 46 degrees overnight in Ione, with highs in the low 60s, mid 50s Jackson and Sonora. Let's take a look at the Sierra. Some of those temperatures are going to be right around 30 degrees for the high on those days where we're getting a lot of that snow Monday, Tuesday, and early Wednesday morning. But check out the overnight low right there. As we move into Tuesday to Wednesday, this is where everything starts clearing out. We get a lot of that cold air moving in behind the clouds, and 13 degrees overnight. If you're headed toward the Bay Area for your Saturday, we will see those mid to low 60s, San Francisco and Oakland, with mid 60s in Fairfield and Antioch. And for the valley, let's take a look at that 10-day forecast for you. Those mid to low 60s expected, but we're going to start dropping into those mid to low 50s by Monday and Tuesday. We'll continue with that 50-degree trend rolling through next week.